And you ask me what I want this year, and I try to make this kind and clear. Just a chance that maybe we'll find better days. 'Cause I don't need boxes wrapped in strings and designer love and empty things. Just a chance that maybe we'll find better days. So take these words and sing out loud, 'cause everyone is forgiven now. 'Cause tonight's the night the world begins again.
The 8 pieces of advice that I have to offer as a senior reflect on my own experiences in high school. It's been quite a journey, but I wouldn't change it for the world. My first piece of advice is that there will be people who won't want to hear what you have to say just because you're a kid. Make them listen. Speak loudly and speak confidently. If you believe in your voice, it will be heard. Secondly, don't be the person who's always looking for an argument. Save expressing your religious or political views in conversation when you're around people that have similar opinions. Thirdly, you decide what you do with your body. That is your choice and no one else's. Speak up if someone pushes you behind your boundaries too far or makes you feel uncomfortable. All throughout high school, I have been mistaken for this person who is supposedly into heavy metal or this gothic stuff because of my hair, piercings, and the way I dress. However, if you really knew me, I'm quite the opposite. I love country music and I love bright-colored things. Just because someone dresses a certain way doesn't mean that's who they really are. Get to know someone before you judge them. Another piece of advice is to never miss an opportunity to tell someone that you appreciate them, whether it is an I love you or just a simple thanks for being my friend. Don't pass up a silence in need of it. It's a terrible feeling to lose someone important to you and not remember the last time you told them how much you cared. Something else to keep in mind is that change isn't easy. It's a challenging road full of self-doubt and temptation and regret. But if changing an aspect of the way you've been living your life is something you truly want to do with your life, don't give up on it, no matter how hard it gets. For example, in middle school, I guess you could say I was a slacker kid who refused to do any of their work. I had D's and had never seen an A in their life. My high school goal was to get straight A's. This was an immense change for me. Doing work, that sounded awful. However, this was a goal that I refused to give up on. To this day, I maintain a 4.016 GPA and have had all A's all 4 years of high school. It wasn't easy, but I never gave up. Also, if you have a dream, go after it, even if people don't understand it. Leave behind all the ones who called you crazy and all the ones who said you couldn't do it and prove them wrong. In high school, I discovered what I wanted to do when I got older, and that is to go into law enforcement. I always heard the old, "You're a girl, you can't shoot a gun," or you can't take down a full-grown man. Well, quite frankly, I've been a black belt for the past 5 years now, and have taken down men who are 200+ pounds. I also shoot much better than any man who's ever challenged me. My last 2 pieces of advice go hand in hand. First off, you can't win the war if your mind is always starting the fight. You've got to learn to love yourself, kid. You've got to see that you're worth so much more than all the dark thoughts consuming your mind. You're going to get through this, but only if you change the way you perceive yourself. You're pretty freaking awesome, and it's time you start believing it. Lastly, there are people in your life who care. There are people in your life who will listen. Don't be afraid to open up and ask for help if you're struggling and need some guidance. You don't always have to be your own hero. Like I said, my last piece of advice kind of go together. I was always this kid who didn't open up to anyone or actually tell someone how they were, so instead I gave the usual, "I'm fine." I didn't think anyone really cared enough to listen to my problems or what was going on in my life. I met some truly amazing people in high school, whether they were my friends or even my teachers. They showed me that people do care and they are there for you. These are the people you need to hold on to, no matter what. To sum up, I just want to wish you all good luck, and I hope you make your last year of high school memorable. If you listen to the advice I just gave, I'm sure you'll be just fine. This is one step closer to the rest of your life.